Hello friends, welcome to PrepMed classes. In this lecture, we learn about land revenue systems introduced by the British. The British introduced 3 land revenue systems in different parts of India. The objectives behind the introduction of these land revenue systems were high and hassle-free land revenue collection. The 3 land revenue systems were Zamindari or permanent settlement system, Royatwari and Mahalwari system. Let us understand these land revenue systems one by one. Zamindari or permanent settlement system. Zamindari system was introduced by Lord Cornwallis, then Governor General of Bengal, in eastern part of the country, comprising Bengal, Bihar, Orissa and eastern UP. Zamindari system was also called permanent settlement system because it involved direct settlement with the zamindars. Under this system, the zamindars were required to pay a fixed annual sum, that is 10/11th of the rent collected, to the East India Company, and in return they were given the right to collect revenue from peasants. Implications of Zamindari system. Since a large part of the collected rent was appropriated by the British, zamindar often collected very high rent from the peasants, and the methods of collection were also extremely harsh. Zamindars became rich on account of high rates of collection, but they were not interested in development of agriculture. At the same time, peasants turned poor and consequently the investment in agriculture fell, leading to decline in agriculture. Royatwari system. Royatwari system was introduced by Thomas Munro, then Governor of Madras, in 1820. This system was introduced in parts of South and Western India, comprising British provinces of Madras and Bombay. Under Royatwari system, direct settlement was reached with peasant, also called as Royat. Though the British used to collect revenue from peasants directly, the rate of collection was extremely high and the method of collection was equally harsh. The revenue rates under Royatwari system were as high as 50% of total produce where the lands were unirrigated and 60% of total produce where the lands were irrigated. Thus, under Royatwari system, again most of the peasants remained poor, agriculture became non-remunerative, and there was a continuous decline of investment in agriculture. Mahalwari system. In 1822, Mahalwari system was initially introduced by Lord Warren Hastings, then Governor General of Bengal, in Punjab and western UP. Land was divided into mahals, and each mahal comprised of one or more villages. Collective assessment of mahal was made. The ownership rights of peasants were recognized, but a leading family of village known as Mahaldar or Nambardar was given rights by the East India Company to fix individual share and collect the land revenue. Sometimes Mahaldars used to exploit peasants and fix the share of land revenue arbitrarily. Implications of land revenue systems introduced by the British. The land revenue systems introduced by British led to high land revenue collection, which further led to poverty among peasants, which further led to lack of investment in agriculture. Decline in investment in agriculture reduced the availability of food in India, which further reduced the food security in India, and consequently India became land of recurrent famines. On your screen you can see the map which depicts the land revenue systems introduced in different regions of India. So as we have learned, there were 3 land revenue systems: permanent settlement system, Royatwari system and Mahalwari system. Permanent settlement system in eastern part of the country, Royatwari system in southern part of the country, and Mahalwari system in western part of the country. Let us quickly revise the land revenue systems introduced by the British. Permanent settlement system. It was introduced in region of Bengal, Bihar, Orissa. The tax collected was by zamindars. The landowners were also considered zamindars. It was introduced by Lord Cornwallis. Royatwari system was introduced in South India and Western India. The tax was collected by the company itself. The landowners were the peasant, and it was introduced by Thomas Munro. The Mahalwari system was introduced in Punjab and western part of the UP. The village head used to collect the taxes. The peasant were considered landowners, and it was introduced by Lord Hastings. Let us evaluate on what we have learnt on land revenue systems. Question 1. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. In the Royatwari system, the settlement was made with small farmers. This statement is correct. Statement 2. The farmers enjoyed all rights in the land subject to the payment of fixed revenue which was collected by the village headmen on behalf of the state. This statement is incorrect because in the Royatwadi system, East India Company used to collect land revenue directly from the peasants. Statement 3. The settlement was made and renewed for specified periods during which the Royat was not liable to be outs from the land. This statement is incorrect because the Royat was considered the permanent owner of the land. Thus, the correct answer is option A. Question 2. Which of the following is not a characteristic of the permanent settlement? Option A. The permanent settlement vested land ownership right in the zamindar. This statement is correct. Option B. The permanent settlement continued to pay attention to the customary occupancy rights of peasants. This statement is doubtful. Let us consider other options first. Option C. The burden of the high revenue assessment was shifted to the peasants. This statement is also correct. Option D. The condition of the actual cultivators of the land was very poor. This statement is also correct. Thus, option A, C and D are correct. We are looking for incorrect statement. Thus, through elimination technique, option B is the correct answer.
For best learning, you can watch this video along with PrepMates Engage UPSC series, which is available online as well as offline. Book features: complete subject in a single book with practice and past year questions at the end of the chapters. Model answers for UPSC mains from authors. Using the application PrepMate and web portal prepmate.in, you can access comprehensive digital support in form of videos, mock prelims, answer writing practice and regular updates.